to see when you left. You wanted to stay in shape. It's been a month and a half now, closing on 2 months. Did you honestly expect you was gonna be out here for so long?
No, I think if I was to have guessed at the start, I would have guessed around a month and a half. I wouldn't have. I think it's gone a little bit longer maybe than I thought, but I think I was prepared that it could go. It seems like it's been longer now that we're living through it, but I think if you would have asked me in midsummer if I was to guess a date, I would have said around American Thanksgiving. So we're kind of at that point now. It just seems a lot longer and a little more, has gone on just because now you're living through it. So it feels like I've been over here longer than I planned to, definitely.
Now we're around American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Are you putting a lot of hopes on the meeting going to be this week and hopefully?
I hope so. I think, it's frustrating because from what knowledge I have, I gather they seem pretty close together in we've talked about 50-50 and both sides are there. That seemed like it was going to be hard to get to. The contracting stuff you think they can find a common ground on, but it seems like the league now doesn't want to talk anymore, so that becomes frustrating. I think that the sides seem like they've agreed on a lot of things, or in principle agreed on a lot of things, so I would hope that things in the next couple of weeks can get done and we can get back to playing for sure.
You would hope, but how about your confidence level that you can get done?
It's hard to say. I don't know. I hope. I guess I'm done. I'm done picking dates and trying to make up reasons for why I think it should be done now or not. It's gone too far already, and I feel for everybody that's been involved in this. Like it shouldn't have gone this long. They should be able to figure it out. I feel the people who have lost their jobs at the rinks, the fans, and we're hockey fans too. Like I miss seeing hockey. I miss the passion and playing and coming home and watching the game and watching the highlights. And so I hope that it just kind of gets sorted out in the next couple of weeks. But you need both sides to be able to negotiate to do that. And we're waiting for them to, listen. It's a negotiation. You can't just make demands, I think.
Is it easier to go through this here or harder?
I think it's easier hockey-wise to go through it here because I'm playing. I have something to look forward to, games, twice a week, and get ready for that. I think lifestyle-wise, it's great to spend time with my family and to be in a place, but it's harder just being so far away and not knowing what's going on as much. I'm on the conference calls. I try to get on every call almost with the time change I can. Keeps me up late at night sometimes, but I can. But I think it's harder just being away from it, and you find yourself comparing a lot of times, this league to at home, and that's the hardest part, is just kind of trying to stay in the moment because nothing is the NHL. Like the NHL is the NHL for a reason, and that's one thing I've learned by coming over. This is probably the second, third best league in the world, but nothing is the NHL. Like the NHL, there's a reason why you dream of being an NHL player.
Can you maybe offer a little bit of, like you mentioned, with amateur refereeing is not the same, and other areas?
Well, it's hard to make comparisons without sounding negative about it. So I think just the professionalism of the NHL, just how the coaches are the best in the world. The players are taking it. It's every night seems like the most important game of your life. The preparation that goes into it, the video, the attention to detail, everything that I don't know anything different. I've been a certain way for 10 years. I've only played one way, and that's that way of watching video and studying the other team, and every game's important, and 20,000 people, and it's you lose that a little bit here. It's a little more relaxed around the rink. It's a little bit different atmosphere. The refereeing isn't as good. One night we'll have two referees reffing the game. One night we'll have one, depending on how important, I guess, the league sees the game is. And it's just, things are just treated a little bit differently here.
You mentioned quickly the family life. You got some perks here?
Oh yeah, I think that as a family we've grown closer together. Me and my wife, we see each other every day. My kids, I know Sophia's gonna be upset now when I leave for road trips. And before it was just kind of she was used to me being gone for 2-3 days. if I go away for the afternoon with the guys, she cries now and wants to see Daddy because you're home, every night. And the latest I get home is 2:30, and that's coming home from Lugano or Geneva, and there's no overnight trips, and that part has been nice. I've done so much with the family. Every day we try to do something, try to go somewhere. It's such a small country, you can have day trips everywhere, and that part I think that'll be one of my better memories of being here, just the family time.
How are the kids noticed?
No, not really. They're small. Sophia says oh, my bike's in my Toronto home, and my cars in my plasma cars in my Ottawa home, and the zoo is the Switzerland home. She makes comparisons she mentions the countries, but she doesn't know what's going on. She thinks we're in the Rocky Mountains because we went to Colorado before we came here, so she always talks about being in the Rocky Mountains because she sees the mountains out the window.
It's an interesting spot you landed to Rapperswil-Jona. It's almost like, I'm not going to say destined for small markets, but yeah. I kind of found similarities with Ottawa. And it's not Zurich. It's a small town that's attached to it.
I guess it's Rapperswil is to Zurich as Ottawa is to Toronto a little bit. That's kind of in the rivalry. It's a little different because in Ottawa the budgets are very similar. We can compete with the Leafs. Here, Zurich spends a lot more money than we do on players, so they have a little bit of advantage that way. We're at home. Ottawa can beat Toronto. It's a level playing field is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Whereas here, Zurich is a little more of an advantage, but it definitely has that underdog feeling to be here. Our goal as a team is just to be out of the bottom four. And if we finish out of the bottom four and don't have to play in the playouts, they're ecstatic. So that's kind of the goal, and it's a real hard-working team, and it's been fun. Small fan base, small community. You can walk around everywhere. It's been really the town has been perfect for sure.
Did you get caught up in that storyline?
For sure, yeah. I'm trying to help as much as I can while I'm here. I want to leave here with a good legacy. I don't want them to think that I underachieved or didn't try or was here on vacation. You have some pride too. So I want to try to play well every night and help us win games, and hopefully we can put the team in a good position by the time the lockout ends. They'll be happy with having me here.
So that's the thing. If worst case scenario, if this thing drags on and there's no way to get a deal done with the NHL, are you decided to grind it out here and to?
I haven't decided. I haven't thought that far yet. What I'm going to do. It depends. The farthest I've thought is to Christmas, and I've told Team Canada I'll play in the Spangler Cup and bring my family there. So yeah, so that's as far as I've thought ahead. I've thought to Christmas, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm still holding out hope that the NHL reaches an agreement and we're back playing. So